On this computer. All right. Hi, folks. Hi, and welcome to the Enoch Pratt Free Library News Quiz. And it's a special edition this week. Instead of what happened this week, it's what happened to animals this week. I'm your host, Paula Willey. Join us every Monday afternoon at 3:30 to test your knowledge of what's happening in the world. I'm going to ask you 5 multiple choice questions about animals in the news, and I'll try to give you a little hint too. Don't worry if you don't know the answer though. You're a winner just for playing. I go over the answers at the end, so we'll all learn a little something, and any day you learn something new is a day that you have won. All right, let's get to our quiz. Oh my goodness. Let's start with the biggest bear animal news of the week. It's Fat Bear Week at Alaska's Katmai National Park. Every year, park rangers set up webcams pointed at the Brooks River so that people around the world can watch the bears of Katmai Park fish for salmon. The bears spent the whole summer eating up to 90 pounds of food every day, putting on pounds so that they will be able to make it through the winter when food is scarce. Dozens of bears flock to this spot, and watching them interact with each other can be addictive. Can you tell that I've been watching this all summer? So during Fat Bear Week, viewers compare their observations of the bears early in the season with what they look like now and vote on which bear has put on the most weight. For the past week, fans of the bears have been voting for the fattest bear at the falls using this bracket. Tomorrow is the final. Here's last year's winner, Holly, in July and then in September. That is amazing, right? Let's see. So here's my question for you. Viewers vote on which bears they think look the fattest, but how do you think park staff actually determines the weight of a bear? These things are 1,000 pounds, right? So A, do they tranquilize them and then lift them using a pulley and tripod scale like these researchers are doing with a seal in Antarctica? Oh, and hey, let's put up our poll so that our Zoom viewers can take it. All right, I'm getting this out of my own way. Okay. Do they tranquilize them and lift them like these researchers are doing in Antarctica? B, is it lasers? Are lasers involved somehow? C, they don't weigh the bears at all. They just watch them over the webcam and sort of guesstimate. Or is it D, lure them onto a scale with treats like this zookeeper in London is doing with this okapi? It's important to have information like weight about wild animals, especially animals in fragile environments like Alaska. In coming years, as the Arctic warms, brown bears will end up competing with polar bears for food, and it's going to be more important than ever to monitor the health of these large animals. Question 2, speaking of getting ready for the winter, let's move on to birds. Many birds migrate to warmer temperatures in the fall, including a little bird called the chimney swift. Look at this guy. True to their name, chimney swifts nest in chimneys. In late summer, hundreds or even thousands of individuals may roost in one large chimney, gathering in spectacular flocks overhead at dusk. There's a big flock in Hamden, in fact, and a big flock that roosts in this church chimney in Lauraville. In fact, I took this video from my back porch. Chimney swifts are great bug eaters. We'd have a lot more mosquitoes without them. So what's one way that we can make sure that our birds stay safe and healthy? Oh, there we go. What's a good way to support birds? A, let your cats go outside. B, install lots of glass and reflective surfaces on buildings. C, check labels on pesticides. Or D, cut down all those bushes and trees. In addition to eating harmful insects, birds also play an important part in the plant life cycle. Birds that eat fruits and berries fly away and poop out the seeds elsewhere, helping new plants to grow. And birds that feed on nectar are important pollinators. Question 3, meet Magawa. Magawa has just received a gold medal for bravery. And what did Magawa do to deserve this? He finds landmines. Landmines are explosive devices like little bombs that are sometimes used in war. They are buried or placed on the ground and go off when a person or animal steps on them. Bad news. They can lie there for years or even decades, which is why people have had to come up with ways to find them and get rid of them safely. So my question for you is, what is Magawa? Is Magawa a Dutch pygmy kangaroo? B, an African giant pouched rat? C, is Magawa a Siberian megagerbil? Or D, is Magawa a hognose turtle? All of the previous recipients of this gold medal, of this award, have been dogs, mostly police dogs, but also a cockapoo named Teddy, who alerted his owners when their 5-year-old climbed into the dryer and it started up. Question 4, time to take a trip under the sea to the Lembeh Strait in Indonesia, where a diver captured this amazing footage of a female blanket octopus unfurling her bioluminescent flaps. Let's watch. Bioluminescence is when a living creature can emit light, like a lightning bug or firefly. They do it through a chemical reaction in their bodies. Isn't that incredible? The blanket octopus's filmy membranes can reach up to 6 feet in length, which kind of cracks me up because the male blanket octopus are like an inch long. It's one of the largest cases of sexual dimorphism, of one gender being larger than the other in the animal kingdom. So why do you think this gorgeous creature has this gorgeous feature? Is it A, self-defense? B, does she use it to fly? C, it's just fashion. Or D, to attract a mate. Another cool thing about the blanket octopus, they are immune to the stings of the deadly Portuguese man-o-war jellyfish. But it's not just like a live and let live situation. No, the blanket octopi will sometimes yank the tentacles off the Portuguese man-o-war and use them as weapons against predators. I don't mean to condone violence, but that is a lady that I want on my side in a tough situation. All right, question 5. Cats. Most of the time, cats don't seem to care about whether we live or die. But a new study conducted in Japan showed that cats may have the ability to imitate. Here is Fumi Higaki, a dog trainer in Ichinomiya, Japan. This video shows Ms. Higaki and her cat Ebisu. Ms. Higaki is telling Ebisu, do as I do, and then demonstrating a movement, then saying, do it, and Ebisu is imitating her. Let's watch it again. This is important because it's one thing to train an animal to do a specific thing when you tell it to do a specific thing, like roll over or play dead. But copying behavior is a whole nother level of animal understanding. So this is an important discovery. What else do we know about cats? Let's have a lightning round of true or false. True or false? Most orange cats are male. True or false? Striped cats can't lip sync. True or false? Most white cats with blue eyes are deaf. True or false? Cats love music. True or false? The first cat video is over 200 years old. All right, lots of questions. All right, apparently only dolphins, parrots, apes, and killer whales have so far been shown to be able to imitate people. The fact that Ebisu the cat used her paw and face to touch the box in that video when her owner used her hand and face means that she was able to match her own body parts with her owner's body parts. This is really interesting stuff. All right, ready for some answers? Let's do some answers. Answer 1, I asked you how you would go about weighing a 1,000-pound bear. And the answer was B. B, it's lasers, specifically a Trimble TX8 LiDAR scanner like this one. When a Park Service mapper named Joel Cusick visited Katmai Park and learned about Fat Bear Week, he wondered if he could use surveying equipment to estimate the weight of the bears. Let's go and take a look. This is live. This is live webcam. So what he did, okay, LiDAR is used in mining and surveying to figure out the volume of things like gravel piles or mountains or buildings or the shape of forests. It fires rapid laser pulses, pew, 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 which bounce back and are recorded in the scanner. The time it takes for the light to get from the camera thing to the bear and then back is used to calculate the distance traveled, which helps to figure out the shape of what you're firing the lasers at, right? Joel and his team figured out a formula for calculating the weight of the bears based on their shape or volume without having to bother or even go near the bears. That's fantastic. And this is fantastic too. I think that this is, they all have names and I can't quite figure out who this one is. Let's get back to our quiz though. All right. Answer 2, I asked what's one good way to support birds. Did you get it? The answer is C, check labels on pesticides, fertilizers too. People use pesticides to keep bugs from eating their garden plants, but many pesticides are harmful to birds. There are lots of less toxic pesticides you can use. Be sure to read the label. And that'll let you know. Let's look at these other answers though. Cats, did you know that outdoor cats kill approximately 2.4 billion birds per year? That's according to a study done by the Smithsonian Conservation Biology Institute and the US Fish and Wildlife Service. If you have pet cats, they'll not only be safer if you keep them indoors, but they'll commit a lot less bird murder too. This is my cat, Babe. Say hi to Babe. He's not very smart, but he sure is pretty. And reflective surfaces aren't good either. Birds can harm themselves by flying into highly reflective or clear surfaces. You can break up the reflection on your windows with stickers, lines, or dots on the glass. And for D, let's let our friends, the Embajadores de Aves de Audubon, the Audubon Bird Ambassadors,
para que las aves tengan un lugar para comer y descansar.
Es por eso que yo uso solo productos orgánicos para ayudar al medio ambiente y no contaminarlo. Gracias.
Y por eso yo no uso fertilizantes ni insecticidas en mi pequeño jardín.
Y nosotras en la escuela de mi hija tenemos un pequeño jardín y nos gusta cuidar el medio ambiente.
Y por eso yo en mi casa, mi familia, tratamos de ahorrar energía. Y así que si tú te gustan las aves, la naturaleza, te invito a que te unas a la organización Audubon para que puedas apoyar las aves. Gracias.
Y hablo con los líderes de mi comunidad para que planten más árboles. Por eso yo planto muchos árboles para las aves, para que les pueda servir como un hogar y se puedan alimentar.
Y por eso yo cultivo un jardín para ellas y hablo con mis vecinos para que colaboren conmigo.
All right, thank you. That is the Embajadores de Aves, the Audubon Bird Ambassadors of Patterson Park Audubon Center. This program was started to connect Latinos and migratory birds who share similar travel routes. Even during the pandemic, Los Embajadores are working to make our environment better for birdies. All right, answer 3. To question 3, what kind of animal is Magawa? Let's take a look.
Meet the latest recipient of a gold medal award for life-saving bravery, Magawa. He's a rat, a landmine sniffing rat, specifically an African giant pouched rat, now recognized for his work detecting landmines in Cambodia over the past 7 years. Magawa has sniffed out 39 landmines and 28 unexploded munitions in his career. Now, a British veterinary charity called the People's Dispensary for Sick Animals, or PDSA, has honoured him with a medal for his, quote, life-saving bravery and devotion to duty. The PDSA gives these awards to civilian animals, and he's the first rat to get the prize. But he's one of many rats raised to sniff out landmines by...
All right, Magawa is the most successful of a crew of rats trained in Tanzania by an organization named Apopo. Apopo trains their rats not only to find landmines, but to save lives in other ways as well. They can detect tuberculosis in samples. It's amazing. You can support Apopo by going to their website and adopting one of these hero rats. Answer 4. In question 4, I asked why Madam Blanket Octopus has these huge, beautiful flaps. Did you get it? The answer was A, self-defense. According to National Geographic, when threatened, they stretch their arms out, creating a blanket-like silhouette meant to frighten would-be attackers away. They can also drop the blankets off their bodies to distract predators while they make their escape. Octopi are crazy interesting. They can change shape, texture, and color to blend in with the ocean landscape. They squirt ink to blind and disorient predators, and they can escape from basically any container. Here are a few books that you can request from the library. Call us up or go on our website, and then you could pick them up via Sidewalk Service. Hey, and while we're on the subject, do not forget to sign up for Read to Reef Book Club. Kids 5th grade and under. Read 5 books and earn 4 free tickets to the National Aquarium. Sign up on our website or call the branch. Answer 5. Okay. Oh, there's our Read to Reef. Question 5 was our true or false lightning round. Okay, let's take them one at a time. Most orange cats are male. True. This is because the ginger gene, which produces the orange color, is on the X chromosome. Females have 2 X chromosomes and so need 2 copies of the gene in order to be orange, whereas males need only 1. B, striped cats can't lip sync. False. All cats are lip sync experts. Most cats, white cats with blue eyes are likely to be deaf. That is true. 65 to 85% of all white cats with blue eyes are deaf. Interestingly, if a white cat has only 1 blue eye and is deaf in only 1 ear, that ear will be on the same side as the blue eye, invariably. Cats love music. False. This has been actually the subject of research. Cats don't like music. The first cat video is over 200 years old. That is true. It was made by Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was an inventor who had a lot to do with the invention of the light bulb, the motion picture camera, and the record player. And if you thought I was going to leave you hanging by not showing you Edison's boxing cat.
From the Library of Congress in Washington.
Hey, thanks for playing along with Enoch Pratt Free Library's live news quiz. We get our information from authoritative sources like the Library of Congress, the Cornell Feline Health Center, Explore.org, and the Maryland Department of Natural Resources. I hope this week's quiz has inspired you to do something nice for wildlife, like plant a garden or pick up trash. Or sign up for Read to Reef and learn about sea creatures. Maybe just go to Explore.org and vote for your favorite fat bear. I'll be back next Monday at 3:30 with a brand new quiz. And until then, be kind to animals and never stop learning.